You wrote something in preparation for our time today that really resonated with me that I'm going to ask you to say a little bit more about. And I'll read it off.
Yeah.
It says, I am rooted in education as the practice of freedom and promulgate that ethos as a freedom dreamer and creator seeking to grow communities and deepen connections one place at a time. Could you say more about the significance of that statement, that declaration for you?
Yeah. So Mother Bell Hooks, Teaching to Transgress. That was a book that I read that changed a lot for me. And that education of the practice of freedom, those are her words, but it's like something that was little within me before I even came across those words from her, right? I guess for London, for me, it goes back to why this is important. This education of the practice of freedom. I think about my ancestry, my ancestors who were denied education, who sought education, who sacrificed life, limb to be educated, to read, to understand the possibilities, the potential, the sky, it is limitless when you have knowledge and you're exposed to knowledge, right? Just beyond whatever it is that you come across in your own life, that experiential knowledge, but that there's something much more vast and great. But it also speaks even before the transatlantic slave trade and bringing enslaved folks here. I think about universities and things that existed in Africa before Africans were brought here, right? So there's always been this thing about knowledge and knowledge seeking that I think is just written on our bones, like who we are. And so it just really does speak to me to think about trying to reconnect folks to the
Mm,
power that it transcending oneself, right? I think about what is accessible and possible within that. And so I think about dreams. I think about, we talk about the ancestors, what you're wearing today, and you said,
yes,
I, my ancestors' wildest dreams, right?
that's
Like,
right.
I,
That's right.
it's not just about deconstructing, right? It's not just about talking about dismantling, but we got to be, okay, what we going to dream and build, right? What are we going to build from the deconstruction? Because we have to create. And so then our creations are limitless and boundless. But there's stuff out there we could create that we don't even know yet. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
from all of that is embedded in that phrase, education is the practice of freedom.